My name is Ekai Nabenyo. I'm the Executive Director of Article 43 International, which is the main convener of this particular summit that is happening here in Lodwar at the Cradle Hotel. We've convened here for 2 days to discuss matters around access to justice, democracy and human rights, especially for the grassroots and indigenous communities. We are blessed to have the presence of the distinguished guests who are here. And we also have a representation from the refugee community. We also have people coming from across the Ateker region to join this particular event. We also have our partners at Kituo cha Sheria, Africa Renaissance, Friends of Lake Turkana, the Turkana County Government, Office of the County Attorney, and Horizont, which is part of this particular convening. So we are gathered here for 2 days to discuss basically what I've told you. And the plan is that we will make this an annual convening so we can be able to have a forum where we discuss matters around access to justice and how we can democratize the law for the people who occupy these forgotten corners of our planet. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank the attendees and the participants who have come from across the region, and we look forward to a better engagement in the future. The plan we have is that this is a convening that is going to begin at the Ateker region, which is the parts of northern western Kenya, northern Uganda, South Sudan, and southern Ethiopia. But the plan is that at the end of the day, we will proceed to have this as a convening that is going to be happening in the Eastern Africa region, the Horn of Africa. And at the end of the day, finally, probably in the next 10 or 15 years, according to our plan as Article 43, we will actually be having this as a Pan-African organization operating to serve the people of the global south on matters of grassroots legal empowerment. So for now, because we want to work at a very sure pace, we will begin rotating this hosting, and our board of trustees is going to engage us on that and decide on the next venue. It will be probably in Kenya or Uganda or Ethiopia or South Sudan. And with that, we are going to work with the country host. We have a big plan, very ambitious, and we are very sure that we are going to achieve it with the vision that we have and with the compassion and with the passion and the zeal and zest and that we want to impact our communities in this part of the world, especially for those of us who went to school courtesy of the contribution of our community as a way of giving back to our people.
The idea basically is to take legal education to the grassroots, just like the theme says, but also to be able to empower them. For example, you heard our sister refugees from Somalia say that she's been here for 30 years, she's not willing to go back to Somalia, but she doesn't seem to have that legal empowerment where she can actually invoke Article 15 of the Constitution of Kenya and apply to be naturalized so long as she meets the conditions in the Immigration Act. So one of the knowledges we're actually taking, the idea basically is that let people know about their rights, let people know about the law. I'm sure you must have heard from the conversation, a lot of people asking questions that are already there. So we will definitely, like Nabenyo said, it is an ambitious strategic plan that we have. We hope that we will partner as this ship takes off. We'll probably partner with people initially in these 4 countries, that is Uganda, because we are targeting a group of communities called the Ateker that brings together the Karamoja cluster, the Dodot, the Jie, the Toposa, the Nyangatom, and the Turkana from Kenya. But of course, the bottom line is this: we're taking this empowerment to the very, very grassroots, and hopefully we will also, in the process, challenge the political leadership in the area, the county leadership, even the national government, so that people enjoy their rights within a democratic space. One of the bad cultures that we think we must end, because it comes out of ignorance of the law, which of course we all know it's not a defense. For example, what is commonly known as cattle rustling is actually not cattle rustling. It is robbery with violence. Because Article 40 of the Constitution protects the property of a person, whether it's a cow, a goat, a camel, or even the clothes you are wearing here, that's your property. So in the context of educating our people, whether they are the ones who are being raided or they are raiding the neighboring communities. You know, for example, about the clashes between the Turkana and the Toposa, sometimes the Nyangatom, and even the Merile, the Karamojong. So we're also telling our people, it's time now you know that if you undertake such action, you are actually committing other crimes known to law as robbery with violence. You probably end up committing murder, you commit manslaughter, you destroy property. These are all punishable. And I think one of the things that we would like to challenge the governments of the day is stop these archaic colonial sentiments of robbery with violence. We want you to protect the property of the people, because through these raids, people are impoverished. And remember, I mean, I always like to argue that the pastoralist nomadic communities, pastoralism is a livelihood. These are multi-millionaires, but is it because the state apparatus are not protecting their property, but instead describe them as cattle rustlers, then the law is not applied. So now we want to tell our people, even as you want to retaliate, know that there is a risk of committing other crimes. And I think in this context, we'll probably now be invoking the Mutual Legal Assistance Act, which in the region, we could write, for example, if it's the Karamojong raiding the Turkana, we can actually ask the government of Uganda, please assist us through this law to bring the culprits to book, so that our people can live in peace without conflict, and therefore we can focus on development as is proposed in Article 43 on economic, social, cultural rights.
Kituo cha Sheria is a partner in this process, and I want to announce that Kituo cha Sheria has a heavy presence here. Dr. Ekuru here was one of our most successful executive director. Kituo cha Sheria has sent representatives. They are in the gathering here. But my colleagues have spoken so well about what Article 43 is going to do and what they plan to do. I think, let me not belabor the point, but let me say what the court system is doing and is planning to do. When I arrived here, I realized that this is the biggest country by landmass, but it is very thinly served by judicial services. It has only 2 court stations. My assessment is that the size of Turkana is bigger than what was Nyanza and the Western provinces then put together. But when I compare, the presence of legal services and judicial services is not comparable. So what we have done is that as we speak today, we have received premises from the MP, Turkana South. He has given them premises to host a courthouse in Lokechar. The judiciary, through the Registrar of Magistrates, has given us resources. We have repaired, renovated, and furnished the courthouse. What we are waiting for is that anytime there will be a magistrate posted there. How will that help judicial services being put closer to the people? Once a magistrate is posted there, as a court system through the CUC, we have proposed that we have 2 mobile courts, one in Katilu, one in Lokori. And we are thinking that we shall have availed services closer to the people. When that is done, Lodwar, we are planning to maintain a mobile court in Lokitang as we wait for posting, because that court has been gazetted as a magistrate's court. Lokitang has been gazetted. Then we are hoping to start a mobile court in Loima. In this resources is a big problem, financial resources is a big problem. We are hoping to cooperate with any person willing to assist us. We have contacted the national government through the county commissioner, and we are in talking terms with the MPs, so that if any of them could do what the MP for South has done, we could have presence in at least all the sub-counties of Turkana in the next 2 years. The judiciary will be having a presence in those stations. And let me just say that what the MP for South has done has also been done by the MP for North. He managed to put us through with the museums of Kenya, and their premises there, I'm told they were prison houses or detention houses. The MP has worked so hard, and we have an understanding with the museums of Kenya. We have been given those premises. When we go, we are waiting to furnish them. Once we furnish them, instead of holding our proceedings in the police station, we'll be holding our proceedings at the designated premises. What else are we doing? As we speak today, my court, the High Court, is doing outreaches. We do outreaches in Lokichar, Loketang, and Kakuma. That happens within a month. I try to visit those stations at least once, 1 week in a month. So that is the process we are doing, and we are hoping that by doing this, we are doing outreaches, we are availing judicial services closer to the people. Over and above judicial services, we are encouraging ADR, we are encouraging AJS, we are encouraging any sort of amicable settlement of disputes as a way of restoring relationships. And therefore, in court today, if you have agreed on your dispute, we'll be very happy to accept it, provided that is not illegal and it does not confront what Kenyans today think as an affront to justice and morality.
The reason why we are convened here is to empower, to make sure that the law, as underpinned by the Constitution, is understood and consumed by the Kenyan population, irrespective of their geographical location. Number one. Number two, we also recognize that we are part of an integrating East African community, and therefore we have to be sensitive to that reality. We also recognize that we are part of an integrating Africa in the context of Africa Agenda 2063 and Africa Continental Free Trade Area, and therefore all citizens of Africa must consume the law at the same level. This is how it is being cascaded to the people, and Article 43 has started here because things must start somewhere. Christianity from Nazareth, Islam from Mecca, Hinduism from New Delhi. It must start somewhere. That is what we are here to do. When history of Turkana is written, it would be said of Nabenyo and members of Article 43 that they came, they just didn't complain, they just didn't agonize, they came and organized and played their part. And that is what credit history will give them, and we will support them.